Hey guys, welcome back to a new edition of my box office predictions. I am back at home sweet home, so hopefully I can recover from the disaster that was last weekend for me at the box office. Right now, though, I have one very special Fantasy Movie League shout out to give, and it goes to our sole perfect lineup winner last weekend, and it is the Devilizer. Clearly, it was a tough week all around, so I shouldn't feel so bad about doing poorly, right? I did pretty poorly with my top 5. I was all over the place. I was absolutely sure that Mamma Mia 2 was going to take that top spot, but The Equalizer wound up overperforming and claiming number 1 with a very impressive $36 million. Right behind that, we had Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, which opened with $35 million. And number 3, it was Hotel Transylvania 3, Summer Vacation, with another $23.8 million, followed by Ant-Man and the Wasp at number 4 with $16.5 million. And then the 5 spot also got me because Skyscraper took a big hit and Incredibles 2 only fell 26.9%. So it just edged out Skyscraper, topping that movie's $11.4 million with $11.9 million of its own. Moving into this week's predictions now, I might be in a tough spot right off the top because I'm giving number 5 not to Teen Titans Go, but I'm giving it to Hotel Transylvania 3, Summer Vacation. The third movie in the series did take a bigger weekend to hit than both Hotel T1 and Hotel T2, so I'm switching gears a little at this point, and now I'm looking at How to Train Your Dragon 2, which had a summer release back in 2014. Hotel T3 in weekend 2 dropped 46%. How to Train Your Dragon 2 in weekend 2 dropped a little more at 50%, but I'm looking at the trend here right now. So moving into How to Train Your Dragon's third weekend in theaters, that percent change came down to 46%. So now I'm busy asking myself, could the same thing happen with Hotel T3? I'm actually thinking it's a no because of Teen Titans Go coming into the box office right now, and I guess kind of taking a little bit of that family-friendly animation spotlight. So instead, with Hotel T3, I'm keeping the same exact percent change that it had in weekend 2, 46%, and if I apply that to last weekend's earnings, this movie is making another $12.5 million. And now, of course, at number 4, this is where I have Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Admittedly, I was feeling a little uneasy about my prediction for this one at first, but then I looked at early ticket sales, and it looks like Teen Titans Go to the Movies could be in pretty good shape. Initially, I was having a hard time finding a comparable movie, and also I was thinking about how soon after the release of Hotel Transylvania 3, this movie is hitting theaters, and I don't think that's gonna help it. But again, those ticket sales have me much more confident, and right now they have me looking at the Lego Ninjago movie. That movie opened up with $20 million, and yeah, I do think that that movie is going to get a better boost from the Lego brand recognition than, let's say, Teen Titans Go will get from its Cartoon Network success, but I keep going right back to those ticket sales, and because of that, that has me bringing the Lego Ninjago opening number down just a little to $15 million for Teen Titans Go to the Movies first weekend in theaters. This next one might be me not learning my lesson from last weekend, but yet again, I am feeling pretty confident that Mamma Mia 2 is going to outperform The Equalizer 2, so at number 3 this week, that is where I have The Equalizer 2. One of the reasons I think Mamma Mia 2 is going to outperform The Equalizer 2 this weekend is because we're also getting Mission Impossible Fallout, and Mamma Mia is just in much better shape when it comes to counter-programming. So, looking back at the first Equalizer movie, that movie in weekend 2 dipped 45%. And it also had sizable competition because that was the weekend it was going up against both Gone Girl and Annabelle, which performed pretty strongly. So I'm thinking that the Equalizer 2's percent change is going to be at least that, but maybe just a little bit higher. And I am inclined to bring it up to a 50% drop, and if that's how things pan out for this movie, it's making another $18 million this time around. So now that brings us to our number 2 spot for the weekend, and of course that is where I have Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Similar to The Equalizer, with Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, I am looking right back to the first film in the series, and weekend 2, that movie only dropped 36%. And that was when it was going up against the opening of Step Brothers, which started its run pretty strong. And also, The Dark Knight was only in its second weekend in theaters, so it was still making a lot of money. So I kind of want to keep the percent change right there really low. And if that's what Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again winds up losing this time around, it is making another $22 million. And now that brings us to our number one for the weekend. And of course, that is where I have Mission Impossible Fallout. In the summer of 2015, Rogue Nation kicked off its run with $55.5 million. I think Fallout is topping that. I also think Fallout is going to top the opening number for Mission Impossible 2, which right now is the highest opening at the domestic box office for this franchise. That number is $58 million. To add in another movie that I think Fallout will outperform, it is the summer 2016 release, Jason Bourne. That movie kicked off its run with $60 million. According to Fandango, Fallout is outpacing it right now. So I just want to know, how high is this movie going to go? And given some ticket sales, good buzz, I think that there is a chance that Mission Impossible Fallout is going to begin its box office run with $65 million. It is recap time now. I have Mission Impossible Fallout taking the top spot with $65 million. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again coming in at number 2 with $22 million. Then The Equalizer 2 at number 3 with $18 million. Teen Titans Go to the Movies opening up at number 4 with $15 million. And then finally, Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation closing out the top 5 with $12.5 million. There it is. That is my top 5 for the weekend. Now I leave it to you. Hit that comment section below. Share your top 5 right there. And if you're not already signed up, go on over to Fantasy Movie League, join the Predictions with Perri League, and come and play along. The link and the password are in the description section of this video, and we have to close this out with a big group of Patreon shoutouts. We've got 6 of them, and this week's shoutouts go to Jason, Clifford, Steven, Wiley, Lewis, and Rick, a whole bunch of Patreon veterans right here. So guys, you've heard it before, you're gonna hear it again right now. Thank you for being here, especially over the last couple of weeks. That community on the Patreon team has really meant a lot to me. So a huge thanks to the 6 of you this week and to everybody who is part of the Patreon campaign. And another thank you to anybody watching these box office prediction videos. I love doing them, so it means a lot that you're here. Thanks for watching, like and share, and I'll see you next weekend to see how we all did on our box office predictions.